Hi, my name's Shane Leonard, and I'm directing the Sketchbook.
I'm Nicole, and I was the AD on the Sketchbook.
Hi, my name is Elena Robbins. I am the writer of the script.
I'm Noah Long, and I played Eli in Sketchbook.
I'm Elena Atkinson, and I played Lily.
I'm Kriya Herzog, and I played Karen.
So the Sketchbook is about a brother and sister that discover the sketchbook magically appears in their mailbox, and throughout the day it has some powers, and they discover these powers. Like all power, it's tempting at first, it seems great, and it's wonderful, but at the end of the day, maybe power comes with a lot of responsibility. So that's where the story kind of winds up without giving too much away.
I was inspired to write Sketchbook. I was brainstorming ideas, and I was thinking, what do I like in movies? And a couple of my favorite movies are like 80s movies with like the kids, and like they find like the thing, and it's like E.T. That's kind of like where I got my inspiration. It was like E.T. and Chronicle. And Chronicle was about these kids or teenagers. They find something and they get superpowers from it. In the original script, it's young boys, so I kind of married the two and created Sketchbook.
The closest thing that I can relate this script to was probably somewhere between like the Goonies and like I guess Jumanji was the other one that would come to mind, because it's this thing, but there's the Sketchbook or the game that brings these things to life, either as they're playing or as they're drawing in it. So that's probably the first thing that came to mind when I read the script.
Honestly, when I first read the script, I was just trying to see what my lines were gonna be. But I don't know. I've never really read anything like that before, so it was like interesting to see, you know, how she put the characters together, and like, cause she really condensed the script to fit for this week. But yeah, it was a really good script, and it's different from anything I've read or done before, so it was a nice change up.
So the script was very fun to read, very exciting to get to shoot. When I first read it, I didn't know who I would be. I thought I was going to be the role of Karen. Because Karen was actually an older brother named Isaiah from the very beginning. I thought I was going to be him.
In my mind, I just tried to think about older sisters that I've known and how they treated their younger siblings a little bit. So that's what I tried to play into.
Eli is very like sporadic. He does before he thinks a lot of times, and that gets him into some trouble. He definitely fits for me and the kind of personality I have, for kind of that balance of having fun, but yet also being responsible. And I feel like the fun part weighed a whole lot more than the responsibility in this project. There's a lot of fun to dive into this character and to have fun with him.
She's the sister that's kind of level-minded, but then not really, because at some point she goes along with her brother. But she does grow in the end, you know, realize that she was right and her brother was wrong, and that, you know, they shouldn't have been messing with the sketchbook.
I connected with Eli probably early on in the process during the coaching with Shay. She's like, dude, just be yourself. The key thing for me was just like going nuts about the book, focusing on the book and how would Eli be excited about what can he get out of this, how can he use it. That was probably the breaking point for me, figuring out, okay, I can Eli by doing this and by being excited about the book and what you can do with it.
My favorite part about playing the character Lily, I would have to say, is kind of the challenge that it brought to me, and like having to play the different emotions, like having to be not sure at one point and then like going with it, and then being scared. So it's kind of like trying to relay those emotions through the characters, kind of like that for me.
Favorite part in playing this character, I mean, I think it's the very end, when he's gone through this kind of journey of finding the book and discovering its power and potential, and using that a little bit and figuring out, okay, this is the consequences of doing these certain things, and he kind of pays for it a little bit in a really scary way. And at the end of the story, he's kind of come around from that a little bit, maybe, and you see him kind of face reality of what's happened, but he's still left wondering, okay, so where is he going from here? What's going on, sir?
I know, we're trying to shoot a movie here.
My favorite scene in the script was when Karen gets pushed in the pool. I think that's just such a cool scene.
It was a lot of pressure having to do it in just one take, just with both Kriya and Noah jumping in.
Jumping into the water, splashing around, saving someone, that was probably the most fun.
Probably watching them go into the pool was the best part, I would say.
We were rushing to get it done in time, so the sun wasn't in the pool, we didn't have a shadow, but it turned out fantastic, so I'm really happy with how it's going to turn out.
Take one. Hold for camera.
You're still in the frame. You gotta tuck in more.
Thank you. You're marking.
And hold.
I think I had the most fun today filming in the bedroom just because there was a lot of lines and just getting to play off one another. And I don't know if it'd be special effects or what, but we had to make a magical airplane fly around, so that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Good.
The wobble was cool.
I mean, we got the first wobble cut. That first one was good. I was just waiting to get another wobble.
Yeah,
but it actually was perfect because it was teetering on the thing, so you hit it. All right.
That'd be cool.
Toughest scene is definitely the bedroom scene, and the siblings are in the room, and there's a lot of dialogue. We're in a tight spot. Lighting is a little odd, and so we got to bring a boom in. We got to bring all these things in, and so we're in a tight, cramped spot. We're trying to get all these shots. We're moving cameras, and sound is not great. And but it's it's been a challenge for me as a director, and I think challenge is good. That's why we're here. We're here to learn. So it's been good.
I would say for me, just like walking up the road, that first shot that we had to shoot was probably the easiest.
Why?
Because we were just walking up the road. That's it.
Yeah. Honestly, probably saying we're just walking.
Yeah.
No lines to memorize.
I thought the easiest part was working with such a kind cast and crew that if I missed a line, they were very gracious to let me go back and redo it. To me, it's easy to work with people that are just patient and give you grace and know that you're learning. So, yeah, that was the easiest part, is working with such delightful people.
Oh, hold on, shut it.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, good. The funniest moment that we had on set was definitely when we were trying to get the planes to fly back and forth behind Kriya during one of our last shots, and Tad ended up throwing it at her back as she was leaving, which was not planned at all, but it turned out really great, and it was super funny for all of us. We all cracked up after he cut, so it was great.
I honestly had no idea that it would take so much work to pull it off. It's funny how a short film, it takes such an army to put it together, and it takes such a long time to even just film a few minutes.
Seeing it come to life has been just one of the coolest experiences. Just watching everyone doing their part, getting it to come to life. I'm really excited to see how it turns out.
Elaine, are you excited?
Yeah.
Seeing your vision come to life. Well, I mean, changed 3 times. But
It's still a version
it's gonna be
of
fun.
the
Yeah,
vision.
that's right.
All the actors have been doing an amazing job. It's so cool watching from behind and just seeing them do what they do. It's really cool.
That's a wrap.